Did you know that there's only one book in the Bible that was left unfinished? It's the book of Acts. When you read the end of the book of Acts, it just ends abruptly with Paul preaching in Rome. Now, why do you think that is? Well, it's because the book of Acts records the history of the New Testament church. Well, we are still the New Testament church. So the book of Acts, in a sense, is still being written with us. We are now the key players in the book of Acts for the 21st century. Now that's very exciting to think that the book of Acts is continuing with us. Now here's something else that's very exciting, is all of the gifts and anointing and miracle working power that was given to the first century church so that it could expand is still available to us today. Now, I know there are people who say that all the miracles ended at the end of the New Testament, but that doesn't make any sense to me. Why would God lift all of that anointing off of the planet when He still wants the church to be growing, because we're still expanding globally? And so why would He lift that off? Those anointings are not needed in heaven, they're needed here on earth. So there's no reason to think that those gifts of miracles and those special anointings are gone. But then people say, and you're probably thinking, well, then why aren't we seeing the miracles that they saw in the first century? Well, I think one of the reasons is that the people in the first century expected the miracles. And in the 21st century, we don't expect miracles nearly as often. So raise your expectation. You are the current generation of the book of Acts. God has given us all of the gifts, callings, anointings, all the tools we need to expand the kingdom, just like in the first century. So don't minimize your role in the kingdom. Raise your expectations. Now go out and change the world like they did. And now I want to hear from you. How has God used you in unexpected ways to see something happen that was unexpected for you? Just leave your testimony in the box below so it will encourage others. And if this is your first visit here, you need to get my free self-assessment guide. And to do that, just subscribe to my weekly email newsletter by filling out the subscription form, which you can get to by clicking on the link, Join the Transformation Movement. And I'll talk to you again next week. But this week, remember, you're a prime actor in the book of Acts for the 21st century.